Okay, we are live on ABC now. I just wanted to hop on here real quick, or not real quick, because we are seeing a tornado warning. Now, this tornado warning has been issued by the National Weather Service because we are seeing some radar indicated rotation. This will continue through 1:15 p.m. Central Time. This is for Todd County, and this is happening in the heart of Elkton. So we're seeing lots of downpours associated with this rotation. If you are in Elkton, if you're in Clifty, moving towards Sharon Grove, Mount Tabor, Alegre, Cedar Grove, Tabernacle, please take shelter immediately. Move to the lowest part of your household, preferably a basement. Move away from windows. Try to close all your doors as you're going through to create more stabilization in the household in case you do see some of these strong winds. This tornado warning will continue through 1:15 p.m. Central Time. So it's 12:49 right now. Just hang tight for another 20 to 30 minutes until this tornado warning does expire. Now we are seeing intense downpours, a lot of lightning with this storm. Please call your friends. If you have a friend in Elkton, right now is the time to take shelter. The National Weather Service, again, for those folks that have just now tuned in, we do have that tornado warning in Todd County until about 1:15 p.m. Central Time. This was located near the heart of Elkton, so it's right in the city, and we are seeing it over this entire neighborhood. So I'm going to look for the velocity indication right now here in just a minute, but we are seeing this radar indicated rotation. Flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. So please take that shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged from some of these radar indicated winds. So use a lot of caution. We're going to try to look at the spin on our palettes here. I'm going to try to pull up the velocity. But if you have friends in Elkton, call them. Let them know. Are they okay? So we really need to figure out a good, safe place for them to be in. This is that time to take action as well. This tornadic thunderstorm will remain mainly only rural areas of northern Todd County. So southern Todd County, you guys aren't getting much action at all. But we are seeing very strong indications of rotation according to the National Weather Service over the northern parts of the county. So take cover now, move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor. Again, this is for neighborhoods zooming in now, and Collier Springs moving towards 181, Cedar Grove. So this is causing large hail as well. And we will look at some of those velocity signatures as well. See if we can capture that rotation. Now, velocity is just trying to get trying to capture the difference in wind directions. So we see a little bit of that signature here. And I see where they were issuing that. We're seeing very strong winds. Basically, where you see the contrast between the green and the red. So we're seeing two areas where that could be happening. Again, this is all happening right now, so we are now casting. This is our best guess at the moment using the tools that we have. Sharon Grove, you are really seeing those intense difference in some of those wind directions. Please take shelter. It is about 12:52 p.m. right now. This tornado warning will take place until 1:15 p.m. Central Time. So that is where we see that intense change in direction. Please use, that's what we call a couplet as well. And we'll look at more signatures here in just a minute. So I'm trying to look at some of those comments that we have on Facebook. By the way, if you're watching on ABC, we're also live on Facebook. If you do have a question, we have some of our meteorologists also in the comments. Again, this is over Todd County. This tornado warning will continue through at least 1:15 p.m. Central Time. Please take shelter if you have friends in Todd County. Go to the lowest level of your house, preferably a basement. Stay away from windows. Close the doors behind you if you are taking shelter. That will also create more stabilization for your household as well. This tornado warning has been issued by the National Weather Service in Todd County. And I know not all of us live in Todd County, but we have to walk this storm with them. So we have to make sure that they're safe as well. That is where our priority is going, because that is where we're getting the tornado warning. So I know we have a lot of questions about different locations, but we really have to remain focused on what's happening right now, where the most intense storms are at the moment. So yes, this tornado warning still active. We are looking at this couplet at the moment, and we are seeing just that really intense wind as well. Right now, we're getting reports of pea-sized hail in that area by the National Weather Service. I'm trying to get more details from the National Weather Service. So again, please take shelter for the northern portions of Todd County in south central Kentucky. It is, again, the northern parts of Todd County. It seems like southern Todd County is not getting any action at all, but we really want to stay away from windows. If you have any way to get, a bicycle helmet, go into the bathroom, take shelter immediately, as we will continue to see this radar indicated rotation at least for the next 20 minutes or so. Again, flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes are expected to be damaged if there is, some of those stronger winds that the National Weather Service is suspecting. So just be aware of that. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Please, please, please take shelter immediately. This will continue through 1:15 p.m. Central Time, and this is a tornadic thunderstorm. So the National Weather Service has confirmed with their radar that they are suspecting that there is rotation in this thunderstorm. So that is what we are concerned with. I'm going to switch back to radar here in just a minute. We're keeping a close eye on the Todd County tornado warning at the moment. This is some of those really heavy downpours. Wow, I have not seen these kind of signatures in quite some time, but it is pouring over parts of Sharon Grove, now over Mineral Springs School, Cedar Grove, Everett. Take shelter immediately. Now I'm trying to watch the movement of this storm to see if maybe it is weakening, seeing if there is any kind of signature. So right now it's still packing a punch. So it's dropping a lot of lightning. This is a small but mighty cell, and we're going to have to keep a close eye on it as it continues to move north and east. So those folks in Lewisburg, you're not in that tornado warning. Northern Logan County, you're not in that tornado warning, but we're going to have to keep a close eye on it. This may be extended. So if you live in Quality and parts of just this general area that is north and east of this tornado warning, keep your guard up. Do not let your guard down. Be prepared to take shelter between now and the next about 20 minutes or so as this storm continues, this cell continues to move north and east. Again, we do have meteorologists on board. David Walter also just arrived, so we are now all hands on deck, but we have received a confirmation from the National Weather Service that we are seeing some pea-sized hail with this. Again, this rotation is radar indicated, so we still have to wait on some of those storm reports to come in, but if you're in this area, please take shelter immediately. This is where we're seeing the best signature for some of that rotation. Okay, it looks like the National Weather Service has just cut down on that tornado warning. So now western Todd County, you can relax. But we're still seeing the same areas, even though it just got clipped down, those basically in the central and eastern parts of Todd County, you're still going to see some of this very, very heavy downpour action. So this thunderstorm is still capable of producing some of that rotation. But we're watching some of these storms moving east. Again, if you are in Logan County, be prepared for this to be extended just in case, because we are seeing this small supercell. It's small but mighty, and it's bringing in, again, that signature of rotation, that pea-sized hail, at least that pea-sized hail that has been confirmed so far, but it could be bigger with this intensification that we're seeing as well. So friends in Logan County, that goes for those in Lewisburg, Insko, Eppley's. We are seeing an indication of radar indicated rotation. So please, please, please take shelter. Be prepared to take shelter as well. Lots of lightning. Please avoid going outdoors. This is the time to take shelter. Go to the lowest level of your household. And again, we are keeping a close eye on this supercell because our neighbors or their neighbors east could get, some of this action as well. So we're going to keep a really close eye on this supercell as these storms continue to travel eastward. I'm going to check in with the National Weather Service to see if they do have any updates. Okay, they have decided to continue the tornado warning, but it's still just for Todd County. It is going to expire at 1:15. So those in the western parts of Todd County, you can relax. We have seen them expire the tornado warning. I'm looking at more information. They have seen radar indicated hail 3/4 of an inch. Again, this will expire at 1:15 p.m. Central Time. This severe thunderstorm is capable of producing a tornado. It was located 7 miles north and east of Elkton. Now, it is moving fast. It's moving at 30 miles per hour. So again, unfortunately, we do have to take, precautions. So those folks in Lewisburg, in northern Logan County, be ready. Have the closet ready. Have the basement ready. Cancel the commute. If you were planning to head out for lunch, cancel that. Please stay inside at least for the next 15 to 30 minutes or so, whatever it takes to avoid this supercell that we're seeing here. It's over Todd County at the moment. I'm going to see if we can still see maybe a velocity indication of some of that rotation. We are seeing a little bit of a couplet there. That is where you see the contrast in the green and the red. That is where there's potentially rotation. So it's not a promise that there is a tornado on the ground, but there definitely are the dynamics for that rotation to be happening right now. All you need is a little rotation for a funnel cloud to form, a little instability, a little wind shear, and you get a touchdown. So again, if you're in this location, please take shelter immediately. This still includes those in parts of Todd County. So that is where we're seeing the most significant rotation here. Cedar and Mineral Springs School, Sharon Grove, this storm is right over you. Everett, it seems that tornado warning has been extended. So this has been extended into Logan County. Now, if you're in Logan County, between parts of Eppleys, Cooperstown, Justice, this storm is heading your way. Please take shelter as soon as possible. Go to the lowest level of your household. It's time to take shelter. If you're in parts of the central parts of Logan County, that is where we're seeing that tornado warning taking place. So that this has been issued by the National Weather Service in Louisville, and that is where we're seeing the most, or that is where they're predicting some of that rotation to head towards. So I'm going to read off some National Weather Service details that they have found. Now, the tornado warning that is in Logan County, that one will expire at 1:30. So those in Todd County, hang tight for another 15 minutes. You have 15 more minutes of this supercell, and then we do have that new tornado warning in Logan County, at least for the next 30 minutes. And I believe David Walter is going to hop in here in just a few minutes, but I'm going to be looking at some comments as well. If you have any questions, let us know. But of course, we're going to be having a high focus on these tornado warnings at the moment because that is where the most significant action is taking place. But we will be seeing some of this severe thunderstorm and this tornado warning continue, at least for the next 15 minutes for those in Todd County and the next 30 minutes for those in Logan County. And David, feel free to hop in whenever.
Yes, I am here. Hopefully you guys got my mic on right now.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. So we've got a tornado warning for Todd and Logan County right now. Raquel, what I'll do is I'll actually hop up on the green screen here.
Yeah.
You can look at some reports. I'll just kind of have you move the camera around a little bit here.
Yeah.
But before I do that, give me the latest. We just had the warning extended into Logan County, correct?
Yes, and that one goes until 1:30 p.m.
Okay.
The one in Todd County expires at 1:15.
Okay, so here's what we're looking at right now, and we do see that we've got this pretty intense storm right here over the Lewisburg area. This is northern Logan County here, just to the north of Russellville. There's Russellville right there. This has probably got a pretty good hail core on it, and we've got some pretty good rotation here as well. So if you're in Lewisburg, if you're in northern parts of Logan County, you'll want to get to that interior location, whether that's a closet, a bathroom, or if you can get to a basement that's an even a better bet for you. This has been a radar indicated tornado. You can see that the worst of the storm right now is starting to push out of Todd County. Here's Todd County right here, and the warning, that part of the warning, will likely be able to expire here pretty shortly. Raquel, can you flip over to velocity? I want to get an idea of exactly where the rotation is right now, but I can tell you this is probably producing some big hail around the Lewisburg area, and right here we certainly have some indications of a little bit of rotation here between Sharon Grove and also the Lewisburg area. There's Lewisburg right here, so the rotation kind of knocking on your doorstep, so you want to be in that safe zone. If you are in Russellville, this is likely to pass just to your north here. We're about to get another scan, and here we go. You can see this is where the rotation is. It is heading towards the Lewisburg area, so please be in your safe zone right now. We do have that tornado warning in effect. Actually, here's the tornado warning. It's actually just to the south of Lewisburg, so let's point to the right area of rotation right in there. That's where we're likely dealing with that potential tornado. But if you're in Lewisburg right now, you still want to seek shelter, be in your safe spot. Russellville, the storm will pass just to your north, but you are certainly dealing with some pretty strong winds, and that hail core is also producing probably up to quarter size, maybe $half sized hail. So that is enough to cause damage to property and damage to vehicles. Now, again, we're watching this area right here where we do have that tornado warning in effect. It is a pretty narrow corridor just to the south of Lewisburg. Raquel, if you can really zoom in on this area, I want to see if we can get any more locations in there. Epsley, you are in the path of this storm here. This is right along 431 here. That is where the warning is in effect. So we've got some of this rotation. It's not looking terribly impressive, but it's enough to warrant the tornado warning. And this warning has been issued by the National Weather Service over there in Paducah. So we will continue this warning. Does this go until 1:30?
Yes, this one goes to 1:30.
Okay, so right now we are coming up at just a little past 1 o'clock. We're at 1:05 right now, and you can see our radar is indicating we're at 1 o'clock here, so it is likely that this rotation is very close to Epsley here, so please be in your safe zone if you're in that part of Logan County. And you can see Cooperstown, you're also in the warning. So we are tracking what has been a radar indicated tornado here. And yeah, I'm actually glad you're putting this in the motion here, Raquel. Now I can get a better idea where you can see that this is the area right here where we've got that rotation. Where you see the brighter reds next to the green, that's indicating we do have some rotation in the atmosphere, enough to prompt that warning. So if you're in Epsley right now, please be in your storm shelter. The worst of the storm is coming your way. Cooperstown, the storm will arrive within the next 5 to 10 minutes. And as we look at some other locations, Homer, need to be in your safe zone. If you're in Lewisburg right now, we are dealing with some very large hail and also winds on the order of 60 miles per hour. And I know Raquel during our Facebook Live talking about the impact of a wind here. You can have 60, 70 miles per hour of wind, and that still cause enough damage out there and certainly lead to some power outages. So we don't want to underestimate that threat either. But again, we do have that tornado warning in effect. Can we add the polygon back here just so that we can indicate to the viewers exactly where the warning is? You can see how it is, again, this narrow area right here over western parts of Logan County, western and central parts of Logan County, over the town of Epsley right now. Please be in your safe zone. We've got some significant rotation heading your way, really on top of you guys right now. Next in line, Homer, and areas that need to be on the lookout over there into Gasper and even into southern parts of Warren County. We're going to keep an eye on how this storm trends, but right now there is certainly some rotation in there as it continues just to the south of Lewisburg. And if we go back to reflectivity here, you'll notice that we've got some very large hail likely on this. Yeah, you can see that right there. That's certainly an indication of a very large hail core here, and that is right by the Lewisburg area. I would not be surprised if there's the potential that we have quarter to half dollar sized hail coming from this storm here. Now, Lewisburg, you're not in the tornado warning. You're just to the north of it, but certainly hail and strong damaging winds are going to be an issue for you. Todd County, things are looking better. I'm thinking that this part of the warning is just going to be allowed to expire, but things are improving in Warren County right now. It's Logan County, and especially the central part of the county where we do have that tornado warning in effect right now for Ypsilanti. If you are in a central Warren County or central Logan County, excuse me, if you're in central Logan County, make sure that you are in your safe zone. Don't venture out. Don't try to look for something because there is a mess of rain here. This storm is likely rain wrapped, so you wouldn't even be able to see anything. It would just be a shield of rain. Are there any reports? Are you getting any reports in Raquel?
Yes, the National Weather Service says that a weather spotter reported a funnel cloud with that tornado warning over by Cooperstown, Insico, Edwards, Annapolis, basically northwestern Logan County. So that is where the weather spotter reported that funnel cloud. So on top of the radar indication, we're also seeing reports from a weather spotter.
Okay, so we are getting reports that there are funnel clouds out there. Again, over towards the Ypsilanti area of Logan County, that is where we have the more significant rotation. That is where the tornado warning is in effect. Lewisburg, you're likely getting hit with some very large hail. Homer, the rain is coming down, certainly some very, very strong winds. But that tornado warning could certainly be extended your way. Again, this is between Lewisburg and Russellville. If you're over there in the town of Gasper or Homer, you'll want to be thinking about heading to that safe zone. And here's an indication that we certainly could be looking at larger than half dollar sized hail here over towards Lewisburg and down towards Ypsilanti, where we do have the tornado warning in effect. I mean, we could potentially be dealing with golf ball, maybe even larger hail here. We don't often see hail that large, at least indicated by radar here.
Yeah, exactly. So please, 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 if you're in this location, take shelter immediately. Again, this tornado warning will continue at least through 1:30 p.m. Central Time, as that is how long the tornado warning is going to last for. So we'll go back to reflectivity, and I'll see if we have any additional updates from the National Weather Service. We did get another update. Now, this one is not tornado warned, but it does include those in the heart of our area. So this storm is actually headed right towards us here in Warren County. But we do have indications from the National Weather Service that a strong thunderstorm is going to impact northwestern Butler and southeastern Ohio counties through about 1:30 p.m. So if you're in the locations I just mentioned, pause that commute. Stay home. I know it's just about lunchtime. Better play it safe rather than sorry. Again, this supercell is packing a punch as well. Logan County has seen it. Todd County has seen it. And it is headed right towards the heart of our area. This is a strong thunderstorm, and it's moving fast. The National Weather Service has reported that it is moving eastward, north and east at 45 miles per hour. So I'll be able to time it out now that I have more information on this little supercell that we're seeing.
Yeah, and it's just impressive, the hail core that we're seeing again around the Lewisburg area. It's likely some very, very large hail coming down. So we have this storm. This is the one that has the rotation that has prompted the tornado warning for central parts of Logan County. Here's Russellville right here. If you're looking to the north, I mean, you certainly see a nasty sky right now. And over there, just to the west of Morgantown, we have a stronger cell that is starting to really develop. And this is a pretty big storm right now, and it is continuing to track off to the east and northeast. And so if you're here in Warren County, if you're in Bowling Green, I would say over the next 30 minutes or so, just kind of stay put. Let's let the storm work its way through the area. There is, again, a tornado warning in effect for parts of Logan County. It is just radar indicated. You can see a few locations here as we put a speed on the storm. So right now we are at a 113. So could be around the Greencastle area of Warren County by about 1:35 here. So that puts us in the next 20-25 minutes here. Sunfish closer to 150. That is back into Edmonson County. And this storm, again, could pass maybe just to the north of Bowling Green, but it is a pretty expansive storm overall. And even though the tornado risk is kind of limited to the central part of the storm here, just to the south of Lewisburg, there is definitely some very large hail in there, and there's certainly some strong damaging winds. So out in Warren County, into parts of Butler County and Edmonson County, if you're planning anything over the next 30 minutes to an hour, I would just stay put. We're monitoring a storm that has the potential to not only produce a tornado, but is likely producing some very large hail and also strong winds in excess of 60 miles per hour. This is really the big storm that we are tracking right now as it continues to move through north central parts of Logan County here. And again, Raquel, if we can kind of zoom back in, let's get back in on that tornado warning over there towards Epsley's. That's where we do have the warning in effect. You can see another severe thunderstorm warning has just been issued for northern parts of Warren County. Or yes, that actually does include northern parts of Warren County as well as Logan County. We have this warning. So what's the latest on that, Raquel?
So yes, it was just issued at 1:14 p.m. It has included northeastern Logan County, southwestern Butler County, and northwestern Warren County. So if you're in these locations, please don't commute at the moment. This will continue through 1:45 p.m. Central Time, and this thunderstorm is moving east at 40 miles per hour. So it's moving fast. It is coming in hot for the areas that we just mentioned. The hazard is radar indicated, but it includes 2-inch hail and of course 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So with that hail core that we were talking about earlier, David, I really do think that hail is likely, or at least very reasonable to assume that we're at least seeing a little bit of that right now, and it's heading right towards again, Logan County, southwestern Butler County, northwestern Warren County. And we did get a report again that there was a storm spotter or a weather spotter that did see a funnel cloud over by Todd County. So we've seen these funnel clouds now reported over Todd County and Logan County. So this supercell is mighty. It is coming in very fast, and it is coming in with a punch. So again, if you know of people that live in this location, please call them, let them know there is a strong storm headed right their way. Locations that are impacted will include Anderson, Lewisburg, Ensco, Dimple, Davis, Crossroads, Buffalo, Fork, Lost City, and Edwards as well. So we'll continue to see these locations basically under the gun when it comes to some of these storms. So just remain alert for a possible tornado because, of course, we have seen this cell have some rotation in it. So don't let your guard down. If you live just ahead of this little supercell that we're seeing, have that plan in place. Have the closet ready. Cancel the commute. Make sure the kids are ready to take shelter as well as the storm continues to move north and east.
Yeah, and again, we're tracking really the most significant hail core. It has now passed just to the east of Lewisburg. Sorry, sometimes my pointing gets off. There's a little bit of a delay on one of our monitors here. I'm not sure exactly why that is, but we're certainly looking at what's considered like a classic supercell thunderstorm, like Raquel's been saying. It has that look to it, and we still likely have a little bit of a rotation, especially to the southeast now of the Lewisburg area, heading over towards Gasper. But it looks like that tornado warning has now expired. Yes. I don't know if another one is going to be issued, but as of right now, we do not have any tornado warnings in effect, which is good news. So What we're watching, though, is still a very gnarly storm here, as again, this area right here, this is the hail core. It's just to the south of Equality here, which is actually in Butler County. This is where we're likely dealing with hail on the order of $half size, maybe up to golf ball size here. And far northwestern parts of Warren County, you are included in that warning as the storm continues to move towards the east at about 40 miles per hour here. So, Raquel, if we can really hone in on this warning a little bit more, I'm going to try to get some more communities in there. Of course, Gasper, you are just to the south of the actual warning itself, but Davis Crossroads over in Butler County, you want to be in a nice, secure location, just away from windows. You don't necessarily have to be in your tornado shelter. Just be away from windows and be in a good place. Just let the storm pass on by. Of course, if you're dealing with hail and strong damaging winds, anything from the outside could certainly hit a window and cause the window to break, and that's the reason why we always tell you to be away from windows, even if it's a severe thunderstorm warning. So, Sugar Grove, you're also under this warning as well. And again, really for northern parts of Logan County, over there in towards Insco, that's where really the hail core is right now. And that is just a little bit to the south of Union Zion School here. So what we're looking at, this line right here, is the line between Butler and Logan County here. And we do have that severe thunderstorm warning in effect for southern parts of Butler County, along with northern parts of Logan County. But even back into Warren County, that warning is in effect as well. So what we're, again, really kind of concerned about with this storm is just the hail core here. There's a lot of instability in the atmosphere, and so these storms are able to grow. And when they grow like this, they can grow into the cold parts of the atmosphere and start producing some very, very large hail. So over there towards the Insco community of northern Logan County, that's where we do have that hail core. There's another warning, another tornado warning out into, it looks like far western Kentucky, actually coming out of Missouri near the Paducah area. We actually have another severe thunderstorm warning in effect for parts of Ohio County, just outside of Hartford. So this continues until 1:45. The entire area is under a tornado watch that was issued just about 15 minutes ago by the Storm Prediction Center here. So we've got two active warnings for our viewing area. This one in southern Ohio County, and of course the storm we're watching come out of northern Logan County and over there into western parts of Warren County. We do have the potential for very, very large hail in addition to those strong damaging winds.